that is very hard. At the very beginning, it was very difficult for me. Kay introduced that subject to me when we were coming about with creating CEO RealTalk. And I fought her on that. I said, well, I don't understand work-life balance because I work 17 hours a day, and I don't see how I can tone it down. But as we worked on this project, I started recognizing that, you have to find out, accept the fact that this is work and you have to separate it from your personal life. And once you do that, it becomes a whole different mindset. When I now understand work is the thing that I have to do to pay my mortgage, to take care of my family, to buy clothes, to, pay the car payments. I understand that now, that's what work is. And once I realized that I can only do so much in 8 hours. So I brought my 8 hours in, and I now spend time with my family. On the weekends, we relax and have a great time. So being able to balance those two things really helped me to understand what work-life balance is.
I think that was very well put. I agree 100% with Ms. Garnett here. I never really think about the concept once again. It's just something you live and do, especially as a company owner. It just becomes a part of who you are, and it's sort of integrated in your day-to-day living. So I agree. I chime in on that.
Right. For me, defaulting into entrepreneurship, because again, my 24/7 company was my mother's dream that I brought to fruition for her. Coming from corporate America, you know about vacation, you know about free time, you know about fun stuff. But when you default into entrepreneurship, business ownership, and when you own the CFO position, it's a whole different animal. However, because you're working, you're the hamster in the wheel going round and round and round and round. However, I had to learn that what made me great at what I do well is that free time, that vacation, that family time. And when you begin to integrate that, you are so much more clear and powerful on your destination and business ownership. What do you guys think?
I agree.
That
100%.
Here you go.
Yeah, go ahead.
The imbalance, doing too much, going too far. It's the boundaries. It's the prioritizing. Or lack of prioritizing. How about that?
Yeah.
That is a huge pitfall, because sometimes there's such an imbalance on what needs to take place to reach your goal, your destination, the business growth.
Makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Let me tell you one thing that I learned that's hidden. And one of the things, I had to make a decision to whether I was going to, remain teaching at the university, or was I going to really run my business. And back in the day, that was called straddling the fence. And when you're taking on business as you're buying into the fact that you're a CEO, there's no straddling of the fence. You have to jump in with both feet. And you don't have an option to fail because of the fact that, you have big responsibilities. You have your family, you have the people that's working for you. So you really have to focus on. So it's a hidden nuance that if you don't jump in with both feet and you try to straddle the fence, that can destroy or derail your business.
Yes. I just was reminded of something. In fact, I had a conversation about this morning about when you are in business, there's something, the very nature of what we do, it's about the giving. I think when you step into those positions, you just become a giver. And unfortunately, the imbalance for givers is that there's some people out there called takers.
Oh, right.
So naturally,
That's the CFO.
naturally, giving is what we do. I mean, and so when you're challenged with the question, well, geez, when is my giving no longer giving? And I've allowed people in my space that's taking. And that's a delicate balance we have to think about every day. I think that I was challenged with that just on a personal level. There are people that are closer to me. They know that I'm a giver. They know that you're a giver. It exudes with who you are. But you have to have those healthy boundaries to know where to draw the line so that your energy is not depleted and you're still free to do what you are born basically to do, give and create.
Absolutely, because at the end of the day, we're really talking about whether you do business with business or do business with your heart.
Yes.
Emotions for women-owned businesses is one of the things that we wind up putting in front early on until the lights are almost out, or payroll is due. When payroll is due, that other person shows up and the emotion goes away because you got these people dependent on you. And if you don't pay them, they're not going to come. They're not going to show up just because you're a nice lady. Right. I mean, so that's what helps that balance, but we have to be very clear and honest with ourselves and own the position. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Yeah, great.
Once you become owning the position of why you're in business, then that balance really lines up. It really starts to line up.